Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Dragonheart, Fire and Steel. And when last we left off, Sir Bowen had successfully found the dragon by Hexwood Village and killed it. Now we are in level 2, titled Lord Felton. Let's go and see what's going on here. There is a house right here that might give us some information. Please, sir, have you seen my husband? Why do you ask? He's in a rage about this dragon. He's gone off to slay it single-handedly. Dragon slaying is no job for a farmer. I'll send him home if I see him. Indeed, this farmer's probably gonna go get himself killed. Probably. So let's see what we can do to try and prevent that from happening. Basically by going and trying to stop him from finding the dragon and killing it. Or, more likely, getting himself killed. But there's a village over here that we can go to, and this is Felton's village. Let's go to this nice house. You see a scared peasant. Who is it? What do you want? My name is Sir Bowen, Dragon Slayer. A Dragon Slayer? Quick! I know it's out there! I'm not coming out until it's dead! That one's not going to be a very useful house to visit again, so let's not visit there again. There's also a small shack. Hello? Greetings, young lad. How are you today? I'm sorry, sir. My papa said I should never talk to strangers. Oh, well, that was some good advice. Farewell. I mean, I am a dragon slayer and all. I was just going to ask you about dragons, but fair enough. Let's go to a large house. Hello, young lad. What can I do for you? Have you seen any dragons around these parts, old man? Well, we get our fair share of dragons, just like any other village. But it's men you have to look out for, not dragons. What do you mean? There's more evil in men than there is in dragons. You mark my words. Any men in particular? Aye, King Einon's men, or Einon. I don't know which one it is. It's Einon. Oh, thank you. King Einon's men, especially his two lords, Felton and Brock. They're a nasty pair. Please, go on. Well, this is Felton's village. He's a real tyrant. He puts the villagers to work in his mill. They should resist him. Fight him. I'm not sure why I'm suddenly condoning rebellion, considering I'm basically one of the king's foremost knights, but okay, suddenly I have this streak of wanting the villagers to have a good life. They should resist him. Fight him. Oh, they've tried before, believe me, but Einon's army of soldiers always beats them down. It all comes down to King Einon, doesn't it? Aye, that king is more of a trouble to us than the dragon. That rascal needs a good hiding. Well, thanks for your time, old man. A pleasure, young sir. Come back any time. There's, only one place to look at, and that's the town hall. Town hall's closed. Be off with you. Oh, fair enough. And off we go. There's absolutely nothing else here that we can actually, do. So, let's leave. Did we get a map for doing that? The answer is no. So we just need to do some, more exploration. There is a small area down here. I think we've already been down this way, though. Or maybe we haven't. There's a house here. We have been, here. Have you found my husband yet, sir? Not yet, but he can't be far away. I'm going to pretend that I didn't get lost and instead head back the way I came. So, if we look to the right, or rather to the north here, or to the south actually, my bad. If we look to the south, we'll find some more areas we can go and explore. I believe this might be the mill. The mill's closed. Go away. Why is it closed? The villagers are too scared to work. There's a dragon about these parts. Really? Yes, and Lord Felton is not happy about his mill being empty. Very interesting. I'll be back here. And we will in fact be back here. If memory serves, we need to get an item from here. We also need to find a few NPCs. There's one over here, for instance. We might even recognize this one, possibly. It's one of two. Ah! Where's that dragon? I'll tear it to pieces! This is not the one that we recognize. Ah, it's you. Your wife is very worried. I think we should go home now. But I must slay the dragon to protect my family! Someone must kill it! I will kill it, farmer. You go back to your family. Very well, I'd best get back to the village anyway. Felton has called a town meeting. A meeting? What for? Work has stopped at his mill because of the dragon, and he is not pleased. Maybe I should attend this meeting. Maybe I should not, give away the fact that I'm trying to keep my eye on, Felton here. It does seem like we, definitely don't like Felton. It's Gilbert! Greetings, Sir Bowen. Have you heard? There's a ferocious dragon nearby. Yes, indeed, Friar. You'd best watch your back. Or, well, he'll not be ferocious for long, my friend. Suddenly, Gilbert is our friend, but we will do the second option. That's the spirit. The old code lives on. Indeed, Sir Bowen is a knight of what he would call the old code. It does actually come up a few times in the game, and it's actually very important at one particular point. For now, what we need to do is we need to go and inform the this person here that we've managed to persuade her husband that he's should come back. Oh, sir, have you seen my husband? I've been so worried. Good news. I have found him. He's on his way home. And that's pretty much it. I don't think we actually need to go and tell her that at all, but I thought it would be a nice thing to do. Let's now head over here and go and talk to the people here. For in the town hall, there will now be people and we will be allowed to go in. And what would you be wanting, sir? Is this where Felton is holding his meeting? Aye, it is. Go in and don't make a sound. Thank you. Let's see what we can get here. There is talk to Felton, and then there are talk to man. Let us talk to man, shall we? Shh! Don't interrupt Lord Felton. Okay, fair enough. We cannot in fact talk to man. Let us talk to Felton. I'm sure he's a nice and reasonable fellow. Sir Bowen, how kind of you to grace us with your presence. Nope, this man is not reasonable at all. Lord Felton, why have you called all these villagers to a meeting? A little problem with a dragon. These stupid peasants are too scared to work my mill. Dragons are pesky critters, aren't they? You should know best of all, Dragon Slayer. How would you like to see one up close? You want me to slay this dragon? And why should I? Enough chit-chat! Slay the dragon, Bowen, or King Einon will hear of your disobedience. I'll slay the dragon, but I'll do it for the villagers, not for you. Or Einon. There is actually another dialogue option that you can do there, but I'm pretty sure now the village won't actually have another meeting. You can actually now go and you can go through a massive pun barrage with him, and I think I'll actually record the pun barrage separately at one point. But there are a few terrible puns that you can throw at Felton. It doesn't actually make a difference to the actual game itself, but it is nice to be able to have the option to be basically annoying to Felton. We will most certainly be talking to Felton at a later point in the game. A much later point in the game. This is the location where the actual forest where the dragon is. Unfortunately, there is something actually blocking our way, and that is the barricade. We can't actually do anything about that barricade right now, but we did need to see it so that we can basically go and destroy it. We actually need to have seen it to be able to destroy it. Greetings, Sir Bowen. How can I help you? Have you seen anyone pass through that barricade into the forest, Friar? No, that barricade looks strong. I spoke to the mill guard and he said the villagers built it to keep the dragon away. Is that the only way into the forest? Yes, Sir Bowen. That is the only way. I mean, don't think about, like, going around the forest and finding another route. Even though there definitely should be another route. I mean, it is a forest after all, but no. For plot convenience, this is the only route in. Darn. I was really hoping to just, move past some other trees. I must find a way in. If only you had an axe instead of that fine sword, you might be able to chop down that barricade. Thanks for the advice, Friar. Inadvertently, he has given us a good piece of advice. He's basically told us to go and get an axe. and there is somewhere that we can in fact get an axe, and that would be at the mill. This level's actually quite short in many regards. The mill's closed. Leave me alone. Fetch me an axe, guard. Who sent you? Felton sent me. Ah, they told me you'd be coming. Here, take this axe, Sir Knight. Thank you, guard. I shall now leave. Let us hope we never encounter one another in a future part of the game. So we're going to go and defeat this dragon, and we're not going to do it for Felton. We're going to do it for the villagers. We're setting a precedent here that may bite us later. There is an axe. It is not a weapon, and it's not a weapon we can use in combat, and we're not going to actually use it in combat. What we're going to do is we're going to break down this barricade with it. If you have an item, it automatically gets used. It is time to enter this forest and see what we can do here. Basically, it's a forest much like the other one we were in, except this one is probably going to have a dragon in it at some point. In fact, replace probably with definitely. Also, there's the map. Let's go and see what we can do with this map. Basically, we need to go and find this dragon. It's not going to be that far away, although it will just appear suddenly like the other one did. There it is! Haha! This one actually talks. Ah, my name is Bodega. I am the most ferocious dragon you will ever see, foul knight. That's quite a claim, dragon. Now prepare to leave this world, or you have a good tongue, insolent serpent, but now I must cut it out. I think we'll do the first one. And the dragon has no response at all. This dragon has a lot more health. You'll see there, a lot more health. We can probably stand about here to not get hit by those breaths of fire. Same here. See if we can get a few hits in. And back out there quickly. There we go. We just need to be very, very careful in how we actually fight. These fights are most certainly about taking your time. They're most certainly about taking your time. We need to make sure that we don't get hit by the dragon. There we go. That was unfortunate. Back a little way. There we go. We just have to be patient. That is actually at a perfect distance that we won't get hit by those fireballs. I don't know how we're not getting hit by them, but we're not getting hit by them. And that's good enough for me. Also, the fact that I have to hold the B button and up means that you basically have to time this very carefully. Dragon is actually being very cautious about how to attack. Let's go here. There we go. 1, 2. There we go. That is good for there. What we need to do is now move forward like that. And there we go. Not get hit. Let's move a little further forward. And you've got to be very careful with the later dragon fights. Basically, you can't take for granted that the dragon is going to have less health than you. This dragon did have less health, but it's still a tricky fight. What we need to do is wait for it to bob its head down, and then bob its head back up. And I'm going to attack then, like this. 2 hits. It hit me, but we managed to... we're basically doing more damage than it's doing to us. We can also move a little further forward here. That should do the trick. We'll just wait for it to get into a position where I'm pretty confident I can get some more strikes in. I've also got to distinctly remember where to actually do this. Okay, 1, 2, there we go. We're going to win this. In the long run, we're going to win this. We just need to be very careful. Very, very careful. Wait for it to bob its head down, and then bob its head back up. There we go. Oh, wait, it's actually breathing some fire there. 3 hits there. Much better. I think we pretty much got this fight in the bag. But Sir Bowen can't be too overconfident. After all, this is a dragon. And dragons are a terrifying foe. Ideally, if we actually attacked while it was breathing fire, we'd be doing a lot better. But I'm being very patient about it. Actually, you're breathing a lot of fire. These are basically tests of patience and timing. Timing is very important in these fights. Very, very important. Also, you'll notice that the heads of the dragons actually do change. Pretty sure we could actually just attack here and win. Aha! Excellent! And that is a victory. And that is the passwords for level 3. Let us move straight on to level 3, shall we? Level 3 is Long Lost Brothers. And this, I think, is a pretty long one. And I believe that is Gilbert right off the... it might actually not be Gilbert. No, it's not Gilbert. I thought Gilbert was right at the start here. Please, sir, I'm in need of your help. My sons have been taken by the dragon. Where did the dragon go? The dragon flew south over the forest. I think he lives there. Which forest is that? The forest isn't too far from here. Not many people know the way, or they're too scared. Thank you. I shall set off to rescue your son. Oh, thank you, brave knight. I can understand why she'd be a bit worried, but bad news for you. Pretty sure your son's probably dead. After all, this is a dragon we're talking about here. Let's have a look around and see what we can find, shall we? Over here is a single house. Let us go over to this house and see what we can find. Hello? What do you want, Sir Dragon Slayer? I'm busy collecting taxes and I don't like interruptions. It's Lord Brock. I want to know why Einon must tax everyone for everything. This seems to be a little bit out of the blue, but okay, you can ask that, Sir Bowen. Taxes are necessary, Bowen. It is Einon's wish. The peasants are lucky to be treated as they are. They are unhappy and struggling. I really don't care if they are happy or not. That's obvious. You need to be taught some respect, Bowen. Oh dear! He's actually attacking me. Not good. He's actually quite good at fighting, but human opponents are actually a lot easier to actually hurt than the dragons. You just need to time yourself correctly so that you strike when they get closer. Ah! You're nothing but trouble, Bowen. A short stay in my dungeon should teach you a lesson. You'll never get me into your filthy dungeon, Brock. No, but 10 of my best soldiers will. Don't bother fighting, Bowen. You're outnumbered. 10 against 1? That's hardly a fair fight. Haha, take him away to the dungeon, men. And yes, we are now in the dungeon, which is basically a cave. We are now going to have to navigate our way out of this dungeon, which is something that just sort of happens at this point. You now also have to navigate through a castle as well. We basically need to find our way out of here. We did lose a little bit of health. You'll note that it did not come back. We did not get that health back that we lost after fighting Brock there. So we're going to have to just see what we can do. See if we can find a way out. See if we can find some health. We should be able to find something. Or at the very least, we should be able to... Ah, hello. That's a map. That's pretty useful to have, just in case we get lost. There is a way that way. We shall now go this way. And I believe there is a way up. No, there's a way south, though. And a way this way. And there's a cave this way. I believe this is the way we came in. But let's go this way this time. And see what we can find. A way up? A way out? Who knows? We can navigate and see what we can uncover. Ah! This appears to be somebody that is walking away from us. You see a crazed peasant. Well, it's been a while since I've seen a knight like you in here. My name is Bowen. Who are you, old man? I'm the prisoner of Lord Brock, just like you. How did he catch you? I was on my way to save a boy from a dragon when I came to blows with Lord Brock. Save a boy from a dragon, eh? Where? In a forest not far from here. I am told a dragon lives there. What a coincidence! My long-lost brother used to live near a forest which had a dragon. Yes, do go on. He was a great dragon slayer. We were parted when I was young, and I have not seen him since. That is sad. Aye, it is. This old wooden pony of mine is my only reminder of him. We used to play with it as children. He was a great dragon slayer, you say? Yes, the best. You move closer to the feared forest where many big dragons live to continue his successful career. I too am a dragon slayer. Off to slay the biggest dragon in that very forest. When we were young, finding that forest was never easy. It's a secret place. I'll ask for directions from somebody who lives nearby. Like maybe your brother? I have an idea. Take this wooden pony and give it to my brother. Tell him I'm well and he should be able to help you. Thank you, old man. Let's go. I'll show you the way out. That's quite handy. We are now out of the caves, but we are not yet out of trouble. We need to actually make sure that we don't die in this actual part of the castle itself. We're in a sort of castle, and we still need to find our way out of here. Also, I'm surprised that he's decided not to come with us, although then again, maybe he has. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. For when we come back, we shall continue our efforts to get out of this castle and go off to fight a dragon. Our third dragon. The dragons do start getting harder as they go on, I think primarily because they have more health, and also because we do lose some health along the way. So, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. Also, why am I getting the feeling that nobody likes King Einon at all? Just call it a hunch. Later. And we are back, folks, once again just outside the town hall. Although if memory serves, I don't think this particular encounter is actually a significant one with Felton and the alternate dialogue choices. I actually think it's Brock that actually has the more significant and amusing dialogue, but I will check the other one just in case. Let's talk to Felton once again. Or Felton, rather. I got his name wrong. I'm sure he won't mind. Sir Bowen, how kind of you to grace us with your presence. Lord Felton, why have you called all these villagers to a meeting? We've done this before. It's a little problem with the dragon, and the fact that the stupid peasants are too scared to work my mill. Maybe if you treated them better, they would help you slay that dragon. I prefer the help of a dragon slayer. Why don't you slay the dragon yourself? You look pretty fearsome. If you keep toying with me, you'll find out just how fearsome I can be. Ah, here we go. As fearsome as a wild bear? Your smart remarks are more than I can bear, knight. Don't go all grisly, Felton. Enough chit-chat! If we keep going with these puns, I will literally kill you right now. But then we won't be able to fight later on, which we inevitably probably will. I don't know what you're talking about. We're never going to fight. Oh, come on. You're easily being set up as the villain I need to kill later. Nonsense! Besides, the dragon will probably kill you anyway. Don't be so sure, Lord Felton. But I'll slay the dragon, but I'll do it for the villagers, and not for you, or Einon. And that indeed is a little bit of an exchange that I originally thought was actually for Brock rather than Felton, but in fact is for Felton. So, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. He couldn't bear those puns. Oh, I'm sure he'd have stabbed me with that sword he has by now. I'm sure.